Let's try to piece together what this administration is going about. Let's try to make the case for bombing ISIS in Syria. I'm trying to have a hard time understanding when you threaten a sovereign nation that we're going to bomb you, then you choose not to, then you get two journalists, freelance journalists, who get their heads cut off. That all of a sudden becomes justification for bombing in Syria. Now, I found this website that tracks murders in the Chicago area. Now, remember, Chicago is one of our biggest cities. It's the home of the president. And so they have some crime. They also have some violence. Apparently, since January 1, 89 people have been shot in the head. So let's see, 89 people versus two journalists that had their head cut off. Whether your head is cut off by a butter knife or your head is cut off, is blown off by a gun, you're dead either way. So who's getting killed by these people? Well, looks like it's predominantly African Americans. And it looks like it's the young. So we venture to say we have gangs in Chicago that are killing the youth out on our street. Now, these are people who have lived in Chicago area, and their only crime is living in Chicago area. So now all of a sudden we've got to bomb Syria over in the Middle East because two freelance journalists get their heads cut off. Wow, doesn't it make more sense with these numbers to bomb Chicago? Shouldn't we bomb the gangs that are in Chicago? To our African American brothers in the city of Chicago, wouldn't it make more sense to go after them versus ISIS? These people have killed 89 in just one city. Think of what they're doing nationwide. Shouldn't we go after those gangs in our city and stay out of Syria? Yet tonight the president's going to go on TV and say, we need to track ISIS into a sovereign nation and blow them up. Well, I'm all for keeping us safe, but how about we start with the streets of America?